Welcome back to the Against All Odds, the Less Than 1% Chance podcast with your host, Maria Ponte, where we will hear stories of incredible people thriving against all odds. And my hope is that we can all see how life is always happening for us, even when we are the less than 1% chance. Hey, welcome back to Against All Odds, the Less Than 1% Chance podcast with your host, Maria Aponte. I hope you are doing fantastic. I am so excited to be back. It is the beginning of a new year for us at the time of this recording. And honestly, I'm so pumped and excited and just ready for this new energy, this excitement of a new year. There's just something so good about it. And this year we celebrated 2024 and it was on a Monday. It was January 1st. So it was like new day, new week, new month, new year, like all starting on a Monday. It just felt really good and very aligned. I wanted to get started with a topic that has come up in my world the last few days, like 3 or 4 different times. And I'm like, okay, I am hearing you. I understand this is something I need to talk about because it is something that, especially now when we have goals and dreams for whatever this year holds for us, I feel like it's really, really important to get yourself prepared in all kinds of ways for the obstacles that will come your way. So one of the things that really stood out to me yesterday, I was having a conversation with one of my partners in my business. And the conversation was more about somebody in their life that just dimmed their light and made fun of the way they were showing up on social media. And it just brought me back. I've been doing this online thing, this network marketing, social media marketing thing for now 8.5 years. So at the beginning, I've always been super honest, very vulnerable. I showed my joy. I showed my sadness. I was very, very transparent. I've always been very transparent on there. And for the longest time, and it just brought me back when she said that. I'm like, okay, let me just take a deep breath. And like 8.5 years in, there was people that would make fun of me, how I showed up on social media. They literally made fun of me. I would sometimes do a workout or part of a workout on a live on, I think, Facebook or whatever. And they would make fun of me. And I was trying to bring joy and excitement and, speak what was on my heart. And there was multiple people trying to dim my light. And at first, it was really, really difficult because typically it comes from people that are closest to you, that feel comfortable enough to say something that you aren't, that it's not aligned with who they are as a person, but that doesn't mean that it can't be aligned with you. And so I wanted to touch on this subject because I feel like with this new year, so many of us come out with new goals and dreams, and all of this comes with a lot of questioning ourselves if we're good enough to achieve those goals, if we are worthy of them. There's already so much noise, right? We set these goals because we feel it in our heart and we want to reach them. And for whatever reason, we allow sometimes our head to come up with these crazy stories. Well, when someone in your life is trying to also speak up about the crazy stories that are coming in their head, about whatever you're doing, then it just solidifies the fact that, oh, maybe I should dim my light. Maybe I should scale back. Maybe I should listen to the crazy story that I have in my head or listen to what they're telling me rather than trusting that I'm doing this with like an open heart and ready to serve other people. And somebody out there needs my story, somebody out there. And it really has just become like, I feel like I've created this like shield of those kind of things don't bother me anymore. But at the beginning, I know that it did. It would make me feel like, why are they mocking me? Why are they making fun of me? Don't these people love me? If they love me and they're doing this, is it that I'm doing something wrong? Like, all of these things came to my head, and it just felt like I was fighting against people that loved me, and not actual fighting, but it was just like my internal self was fighting against my head and what other people that loved me or love me were saying. And it was really, really difficult to kind of break through. And I could tell you that one of the things that helped me big time was my personal growth journey. I, in 2015, started listening to personal development podcasts, personal development books, speakers, and I really dove into the mindset of everything that I was going through, business development, and like, I just submerged myself into fixing my own mindset, because I feel like that was the one of the biggest issues, was I was allowing someone else to control what was happening. They were distracting me from my goals and my dreams and all of these things. We're co-creators in life, right? We co-create with the people around us. And if you allow yourself to be guided by these doubts and fears, then you're part co-creating, right? You're allowing this to affect you. And so I had to really learn to stay very grounded and very firm in my own goals and my dreams and my personality, and feel okay with being authentic to myself, and feel okay with the fact that I am not everyone's cup of tea. My energy and joy may affect others in different ways, maybe. And more than likely, the problem is that my energy was not in alignment with their energy, right? They were dealing with their own things. And when people are dealing with their own internal doubts and fears and all of that, they externalize it to others around them, and sometimes unintentionally, sometimes intentionally. So you have to be aware of that. I read this great article, and it was talking about people trying to dim your light. And they do this in different kinds of ways, the distraction or toxicity. There's a lot of like jealousy in the way that they interact with you, gaslighting. So they make you question yourself and really try to make you think that you are crazy, that you're just different. You're like all of those things, that you are authentically you, and that is perfect the way it is. So I wanted to give some tips on what to do. Number one, let's work on our mindset. Let's make sure that what we are putting into our, in between our ears, what we listen to and what we pay attention to, the things that we read, are things that are helping you move your mindset along, push forward and grow and evolve. Because I think that's the one of the biggest things is that everyone has fears and doubts and all of these stories in our head. And we forget that the stories in our head will make or break us. And if we allow those like self-limiting beliefs and those stories take over, then they will go crazy. with the stories that we have, right? So we will go crazy with the stories that we continuously allow to come in, right? So we have to really work on that mindset. We really have to focus in on our energy and what we put out. And I think I've said this before, every month at the beginning of the month, I listen to a book called The Energy Bus. I listen to it because it's entertaining and it's a short read or short listen. And I understand that the energy that I bring to this world is harnessed within me, and I need to make sure that I protect the energy, that I don't have what they call energy vampires on my bus. Like my energy bus is going to be full of positive people and people that are empowering and supportive and that get me. And so I wanted to give you a few tips. And some of these I got from this great article, and some I'll just from my own experience. So definitely mindset is something that you need to work on. Every morning I wake up and I put in my headphones, and I have an app. It's a personal development app that is called Growth Day. I will put it in the show notes, and I think I've talked about it before, but Growth Day, I start every morning with Growth Day. I pop in my headphones and listen to the Daily Fire while I'm getting ready. So I'm habit stacking this personal growth. There's a journal in that app, and I journal the things that I take away from those what they call daily fires. And every morning it just feels so good to be able to push through the crazy stories that can start in our heads early in the morning, right? So start off the morning with something good. I then go, and when I'm done getting ready, I go and meditate for a few minutes. It could be anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes, depending on how much time I have. But it connects me and it aligns me with who I want to be, to be in the energy of the person that is achieving the goals that I have, because I am not the person that I'm going to be when I achieve the goals that I have. I am a completely different person, and I need to align myself with the energy of the person that's going after those goals, that is achieving those goals, because I am not there yet currently. And we continuously evolve and we continuously grow. So just knowing that I have a huge goal, and I'm not that person yet, but that's what I'm working towards. So I really want to align myself with just the mindset that I'm going into the day with, so that I don't allow all the noise to distract me. So that's huge to start your day with. Second thing is set boundaries. So when you feel like somebody is intentionally or unintentionally trying to dim your light, make sure that you start setting boundaries. Those, hey, I don't appreciate that you're talking to me like this, or if you have those opinions of me, great, keep them to yourself. Make sure that you really set clear boundaries as to what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. It could be your loved one. I've had situations, for example, with my own daughter, that when she was in a mood and I really was trying to focus on harnessing that energy, I would tell her, hey, baby, I love you, and I really cannot deal with the negativity that you're spewing right now. I need to protect my space. And I would. And when she was in a better place, she would come back and we would have a great conversation. And that's okay. It could be someone at work that you don't quite care for. And hey, I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me, or the way that you're suggesting such and such thing. I don't appreciate it, and I would prefer that you don't speak to me this way. Be clear, and it's not to be confrontational, but in a loving way, you could still set boundaries. Let's just put it that way. Another big thing is focus on your goals. So have your goals top of mind. Have a vision board in front of you or notes. Write yourself some love notes and to your future self, right? And look and put them on the mirror, or that when you're getting ready, or on your computer, or in your office, or somewhere on your fridge, somewhere where you could see them, where you are constantly reminding yourself and focusing on the goals at hand, the goals that you have and who you need to be to achieve those goals. And once you start focusing on that, you try to put blinders on and don't allow all the distractions and toxicity to penetrate your blinders. You have those and you're ready, set, go, right? So focus on your goals is huge. Surround yourself with positive people. I have been very aware of the people that I'm surrounding myself with. We are not talking about anybody else. We're not gossiping. We are there to empower each other, to support each other, to have each other's back, to be of assistance when we need it, and to really truly feel like this person is my person to go to, or my group of people to go to when I know that I need to be lifted rather than diminished. It would be somebody that would shine that light brighter rather than someone that's trying to dim it. So make sure that you surround yourself with these type of people in your life. If you need one, I am here. I love the fact that is what I get to do. I get to empower and support and really cheerlead for other people that have goals and have dreams. And I will believe in you until you do. That is the type of energy that I want to give out. I will continue to believe in you until you believe in yourself enough to get to the goals that you want. And I will consistently just show up and be there. That is the type of person that you need to look for in your life so that you can truly thrive in the community that you're in. And if there's people in your life that you can't kind of like get away from, that just really need to make sure to set clear boundaries. I won't allow you to talk to me this way. Just know that I have some goals that I'm working for, and the way you're speaking to me is just not letting me focus on those goals. And really authentic to that, to your goals, and to the person, your future self will thank you for setting those clear boundaries. Just self-care. I do my meditation. I work out. I take a moment and journal and do the things that make me feel good. If that is going and getting your nails done and that's your self-care, then great. If it's going for a walk in nature and just bird watching, I love bird watching. This has been a new thing as of a year and a half now, or a little over a year now. But those are things that are super important, and practicing self-care will continue to you putting your oxygen mask on first, you taking care of you so you could be the best for everybody around you. So that is really, really, really important. If it is somebody that is being extra toxic in your life and it is starting to affect your mental health, seek help. I really go to therapy. I love my therapist. I take my kids to therapy. I think that it's so important. I think it's so important to have somebody that you can talk to, that you can let your heart let all of the walls down, let your heart completely speak, and they can guide you to be able to set clear boundaries and be able to like find an anchor to get back to your goals. So make sure you seek help if that is something that is really affecting you in your mental health, because it's definitely not something that we want to continue to just allow to unravel. And one of the biggest things is be authentically you. You are perfect the way you are. You are perfectly imperfect. You stay true to who you are, to yourself, to the future you that is looking to get to your goals. The more you are authentically you, that was one of the biggest things that I had to come to grips with, is that I am just me. And I love to dance and I love to have great energy and I love to have fun. And I want you to love your life as much as I love my life. And like, I want nothing but the best for all of the people around me. And so I want to make sure that I stay authentic to me because that is who God meant me to be. That is me living my best life and my truest life to myself. And what an awesome gift. I have a friend that is just quick witted, and I love that about her. That isn't who I am. I am not like that. Like, I could maybe sometimes like banter back and forth, but her quick wit is authentically her, and I love that about her. And so really, really try to figure out who you are as a person and stay true to that. If you are sappy, it's okay. Be sappy. If you are super grateful and people sometimes don't understand, that's okay. Be super grateful, be loving, be whoever you need to be. Just be a good human. That is all that it comes down to. Once you are a good human and you have this knowing about who you are as a person, that changes everything. Everything is falls into place. When you are authentic, you attract the people that need you in their life. So I would again be very vulnerable about the things that I spoke about online on social media, and I would have family members tell me, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're talking about that. Oh my gosh, like why would you even mention this?" Or when I had situations with my daughter when she was younger, and I would always ask her, "Hey baby, do you think that I could speak to people on social media about our situation and what just happened?" And she would ask me as she got older and understood a little more. She would ask me, "Mom, do you think that it would help somebody?" And I obviously, yes. And so I remember every time I would post about circumstances with her, I would get frowned to by family because why would I put this business out there? This should be something private. And I can't tell you how many times I would post something about a situation that I was dealing with my daughter, and every single time, I would have a mom, usually, or a parent, message me privately wanting to find guidance and help with the situation that they're going through with their kid. It is crazy how alone we feel when we're going through circumstances. And when you show up authentically to yourself and to your story and to just knowing that you aren't doing anything wrong, you're being a good human, and you authentically share, that is going to change somebody's life. This is why I've created a podcast, because I feel like we go through so many things and we feel alone and we feel like nobody understands us and we won't be able to get through it, and we will. You've already survived your worst day. And so I encourage you to show up authentically and speak your heart, and be okay with the fact that there's going to be haters, because there will be okay with the fact that sometimes, like, that going that extra mile will feel lonely, but you're going to impact the people that you're supposed to impact. And I really truly believe that we aren't here for our own story. I feel like we're here to live our life and go through the things that we go through. And because we are going through and have survived it, we are here to tell that story. And I wholeheartedly believe that. That is exactly why I have this podcast. And so I just want to encourage you to really truly focus on being the lighthouse for others, shining that light so bright that it is it will help those people that feel their light very dim. It'll help them see where to go. It will help them, give them a clear path of what to follow, that will empower them, that will lift them up. I really truly believe that. And so if you are experiencing someone trying to dim your light, just remember to send them some love, because they're probably really struggling with their own light being dimmed. And so send them some love and continue to shine bright, so that those people eventually become your biggest supporters, because eventually you'll show them that it's okay to be themselves, that they are perfectly imperfect themselves. And then at that point, you're going to be their cheerleader, and you're going to believe in them before anyone else does, before they believe in themselves. And so I hope that this helps in some way. And I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to get some testimonials as to when you have maybe put up some boundaries and it was panned out the way that it needed to pan out, and you learned to really shine bright even when everyone was trying to dim your light. And so I hope that this helped in some way, and I'm sending you so much love and so much success and so much abundance in this new year. And I hope that you do. I hope that your goals are so big that you may shoot for them and maybe not get there because they're so big, and they are going to take you to so many bigger heights than what you could have imagined. So dream big, so that even if you're shooting for the moon, you land amongst the stars. I really want you to shine bright, and I'm really, really hoping that we don't allow anyone to dim our light. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for listening. Peace out. Love your life. Bye.